Yeah, Meg says that I should also get my hips worked on, which is it's definitely true. Like I notice it when I try and walk long distances that that area is really bad.
Same.
But oh, okay. Yeah. I know. I'm also scared to ever get a massage because I don't want to be dependent on it or know that there's a better way to live. I'm content in my status quo because I'm not like I don't walk that often. It's not like I'm like I don't want to do this activity because my hips are bad. I don't want to do that activity in general. So yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, of course you would say that. Biased. I am good to go if you guys are ready to go.
Whoops. Are we good? Oh. Are we good? All right. So, hello and welcome back. Last time in Esmios, the party began to loot the bodies of the gang that ambushed them, only to learn that the Funky Bunch had a hit out on them by who they assumed to be the Keeper. Continuing forth, they made it to Volmiak's Keep, where they received next steps to taking down the Dark Six. Unfortunately, Butcher had to take a step back from the group, knowing that the temptations of the Keeper's casino could be too much for him. The group continued forth, taking the road to Hythe and finding a completely abandoned city. The group continued inward and eventually stumbled upon Triss. You now find yourselves in an abandoned house, the sunset growing lower and lower. Triss is around just kind of. You see that she hasn't been here long by what you can tell looking around. She kind of has like a makeshift bed set up in the corner. You see a couple of rations around. She kind of looks around her, what she's been calling home for you're not really sure how long. Well, make yourselves comfortable, I guess. There's not a lot here that's not being used to keep whatever's out there at bay.
I think I would just like sit down probably against a wall chair somewhere that I could sit and just look at her and be like, so how long have you been here?
In total, I've been here about 2 weeks.
Why are you here?
Suicide mission.
The streets are empty. Why not just abandon it?
Well, I either risk leaving and getting killed by whatever the casino's growing, or I get out and I get killed by the Golden Dragons for abandoning my post.
Tough pick, I suppose.
Yeah. And at this point, you kind of see her rubbing her wrists that are just incredibly bruised. You see that the skin's been broken and like kind of scabbed over. So I guess I can ask the same question. What brings you guys here?
You fucking dingus. I like rub my head because I just remember that I got whacked over the head the last time.
How'd you guys know I was here?
We talked to Redemption, and Redemption told us that you went to Hythe, and here we are.
Who?
It's fine. We talked to a really important woman. She knows where you are, and that's all that matters.
Roll a Sean, roll a history check for me, please.
I feel like this is an acceptable time to get my nat 1, so I'm gonna take that nat 1.
Yep, Redemption absolutely told you that Triss was here.
Absolutely.
Yep. Not a doubt in your mind. I don't remember who actually did, so I believe it.
it's been a while. You know what, Sean? It's been a while. It was Yorix that told you that Triss was here,
Gotcha.
and it was Redemption that told you that the Keeper was here.
I was like, I knew
It
she
was
told us
close.
something.
She said something that involved here, so that counts. I'm gonna say that counts.
So, do you want to correct it or just leave it
No,
that
I'm full on
Redemption?
Redemption told me. I am accepting my fate here.
I'm gonna turn, like, as Aether says that, I'm gonna have, like, a confused look on my face. I'm like, I don't think Redemption told us that.
Who else would have told us that? It was definitely Redemption.
The Bedazzler guy, or the friend of the Bedazzler, Yorick,
No,
Your
I would have
brother.
met a bedazzler. I don't think I have anything dazzled in my
yeah, the thing
my
with
pockets.
the rocks on your arm, and they make you tough or smart or cunning or no, not ringing any bells.
Nope.
Your brother, maybe?
Anyways, it doesn't matter. This is not the focal point of this conversation. Either way, we're here to try and get into this casino and get rid of the Keeper, which, oddly enough, we're also on a suicide mission, it seems.
Well, at least you guys have a group with you. It'll fare better. So what exactly have you guys been told about what lies ahead?
Out of character, I don't remember a whole
It's
lot.
a demon casino.
Yeah, you guys have essentially just been told that there's the casino and he's in it and people are missing.
Yep, so not a lot. If any information you have would be helpful to us.
Well, don't go outside at night.
Thanks, Tip.
Whatever's out there packs a nasty punch and makes you feel a lot weaker. And you can't quite see them.
Ah,
Perfect.
So
Yeah.
they're ghosts.
I wouldn't call them ghosts.
very fire, motherfuckers.
Once you're in the casino, if you're trying to get to the boss, the only way to get to him is to get to his table.
We have to gamble?
You have to gamble.
There's not, like, vents or something that we could sneak in, or...
Not that I found. You see that she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a deck of cards. I brought in a loaded deck.
But how do you get that to the dealer?
Few tricks up my sleeve.
I was gonna say, against a demon, it seems like a bad idea, but I mean, I understand where you're coming from.
I didn't quite know that it was a demon until after I was kidnapped. I just thought he was another shitty casino owner and people in the town were getting addicted to gambling and I didn't know what I was getting into.
How did you
So
get
I go
free?
in. Sorry?
Never mind, continue.
So I get in there, a bunch of people just mindlessly playing card games, dice games, betting on anything they could. A lot of people with this weird, like, kind of purple shit up their neck. I've never seen anything like that before.
Unfortunately, we have.
What is it?
Seemed to be some sort of undead.
Oh!
Why the reaction?
I've never had to deal with undead before. It's a strange thing to deal with.
Yeah, fucking weird.
Is she scared?
Roll an insight check.
22.
22, yeah. You can tell that she was a bit, like, she was clearly on edge when you got in. Clearly she has seen some shit that she would rather not have seen. But the mention of undead is very, it's terrifying to her.
How covered is
As
she?
it would be for most people.
Okay.
as undead is not exactly a common problem.
I thought that this might have been like a Walking Dead type moment where they're like, I've been bit. And I won't tell anybody that I've been bit because I don't want to accept the fact that I'm going to die. So that's what I was interpreting from that, but
No, Adris, you don't get that vibe from her
Okay.
at all.
nice.
Did you have any other questions for her, David?
Yeah, so I wanted to know what had happened. We kind of like lost. She was telling a story. Continue your story.
Uh,
As far as like, I want to know basically. Oh, sorry, a little lag there. I just wanted to know how she ended up getting kidnapped, and then how she escaped being kidnapped. But I'm assuming that's what the wrist marks were, was some sort of cuffing.
yeah. You see that, like, just kind of staring with, like, the faint candlelight that is lit. She also has bruising, like, kind of right along her mouth.
Oh, some sort of
Like, you're like
gag?
some sort of gagging. Yeah, so I got into the casino, really easily, just walked in the front door. Like, they're not guarding it. You don't have to know a password or anything, just walk in. People were just playing games. It seemed like they couldn't get enough, whether they won or lost, they just kept going. There were the people with the purple fungus up their neck. Nobody was talking. It was eerily quiet. You can tell which one's the owner, like which one's the owner's door. It's guarded by two large ogres. And yeah, so I made it to the table. The only people talking were the dealers. I was able to use a few tricks, and you kind of see as she demonstrates, and she kind of puts like the cards up her sleeve, and very stealthily is able to like replace one card with another just from like the card that's shoved up her sleeve. So I kept winning, and someone walked over, tiefling, nice suit, walked over and asked if I wanted to play at the owner's table, and that's who that's who I was told to go after. So said yes, went, and well, the whole undead thing makes a lot of sense because he started talking to me and he asked what I would wager. So I started spitting some sums that I know I don't have, but started spitting out some money. And he asked if I would sell my soul.
You said no, right?
I said no. I have lost many things in my life. I don't want to lose a soul. So I said no, and then I don't know, there was some sort of spell cast on me by someone, and suddenly I couldn't speak a lie.
Oh.
Despite trying. He asked me who I worked for. I shared, and I was overpowered by the two ogres that were out there. They came, they grabbed me. The tiefling cuffed me, gagged me, threw me in a room. I was in there for, I don't know, a few days. They kept knocking me unconscious. And the fun part about me and doing what I do is so long as the room is dark and I'm awake, I can get out of things. So I think I was in there for, the days kind of blur together, maybe 5, before I was finally awake at night and was able to get out of there.
So, sounds like is that you can't actually come back in with us.
I mean, I can try. I'd probably.
I'd rather not.
Out with a sore thumb.
Yeah, I'd rather not have you end up in a cell again.
I'm a hell of a person to have around if you get locked up in a cell yourself.
True.
But yeah, probably not the smartest thing for me to be around.
So what do you think we could do differently once we're in that circumstance, though? We get to the table and the same thing will happen to us. We decline.
There'll be more of you. You could potentially take on those ogres.
Are you suggesting going in by force?
No. You guys will be, if it is undead like you're talking about with the whole purple shit, then he has a legion working within that casino. If you go in by force, you will be overrun.
This is our 300 moment.
Or you get in, you get to the boss's table, you deal with the boss directly, try and take out the ogres beforehand. I could potentially help with that. I'm good at the whole stealth stuff.
I mean, if
You
you
and
could.
Atris might be a good team for that.
Wink.
So, out of character, addressing my party here, I have something, because I am an elf, called Fey Ancestry, which means that I have an advantage on saving throws against charms, magic, and sleep. Do you think that might apply here, or do you think it's just like you're charmed, or you can't lie now?
I think it's.
I think it would help personally.
Yeah, probably. It's some sort of spell, so.
Yeah, I'm assuming that it would be some kind of charm. So if I have an advantage on a saving throw, I mean, that puts me in a relatively good spot for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have an advantage on being charmed as well.
Okay.
Right.
Well, you have
Is it
more.
against magic as well?
I don't know.
Yes, half elves and elves have the same Fey ancestry abilities.
Okay, cool.
Then yes. I also have favored enemy is like as the undead, so I don't know what that would like. That would probably help us out, I'm guessing, a little bit.
Yeah, shit hits the fan
Probably.
for sure.
I just don't know how to go about this because, like, I was sitting here thinking, would it be advantageous to go in there? I don't know how we would do this, but to, like, disguise myself as someone who had the purple fungus on me by, like, purple pigment or some shit. And then that way I already look like somewhat susceptible. I don't know.
You may also not be invited to the main table, though, because that would imply you didn't have a soul to sell.
Fair point. I just really don't want to go in here alone.
Oh, no. Well, definitely can all go in together. It's just about how we could
I'd rather
utilize.
not sell my soul.
Yeah.
I have a few different suggestions and/or questions. Do your zombies have this same purple fungus, or is this exclusive to the alleged keeper's followers?
I would assume it's not involved like with all necromancy. It would just be whatever this is. Like a
This is
disease.
whoever's running the casino, the alleged keeper. This is their kind of signature.
And I think I can do this. I'm double checking by asking this. Can I can shapeshift to have this purple fungus, right? Like it doesn't. I can make this appearance because it's not a height or size difference, right? Does that make sense?
No, you could make it appear. You
So we
have
can
seen
do
it.
that.
You would have to change into a creature that has had it. So you can't put it on yourself as you've never had it, you've never seen it on yourself.
We can just put it on you. We can make some.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But if you can just shapeshift, that would be kind of cool.
I would definitely not advise putting that on your body. It seems like a bad move.
I do have... I have one question. So, are there any... coming into Hythe, were there any animals or birds around? I vaguely remember no.
No, there was a couple of like farm animals and rats and stuff that were just roaming loose around the city.
Okay, then I do have a question for Triss. Have you done any surveillance on the outside of the casino, i.e. any underground ways in, stuff like that?
My first go-to. Tunnels are kind of my shit. No, nothing. Just the casino. It was newly built about a few months ago. started getting popular, and then the entire population of Hythe disappeared.
No HVAC or plumbing. This would not have passed building code.
Yes, fantasy building code.
It sounds like something that David needs to get into here. We need legislation.
I have other questions, like multiple. I just didn't want to interrupt you guys, so if you guys are
Go for it.
okay. So all these are addressed specifically to Triss here. How can we tell that you're not still under this charm? Because you never said anything. You went into this cell and then you escaped allegedly 5 days later. I'm pretty skeptical.
I don't know how to prove it to you.
Oh, I have an idea. So ask her like what her hair color is, because if she no wait, she has to tell the truth. So you can figure it out though. Like ask her something that wait, I don't have it. Never mind. Oh, you could be like, do I have a brother? No, because you do have a brother. See, you know what I'm getting at though? I just can't figure it out. I'm not smart enough.
If it's only a charm to tell the truth, who cares?
We don't know that. That's my quandary, is because it could be a mind control thing and we don't know it. But I don't think we have anything else to go off of.
Seems really convenient, I guess, to be like they'd
I
have
guess
to
you could
know we're
ask-
coming, and then also they'd have to set Trist up in a spot that would be beneficial for us to find, that is only through thieves can't. Like I don't know. Like either like we'll be ambushed then, assuming so if they're caught.
So my thing is that we could be ambushed, but then the other thing is if there's no code violations and we're only up to the FBC, the fantasy building code, and there's no ventilation, did she just, I'm just gonna pick this lock and walk through the front door, I'm gonna leave, bye, and there's no guards? I'm real skeptical. That was my next question, but
I think you should ask her and then see if you can roll like an insight check or something, because you're good at that.
okay. So then I would like to ask. So you said you were in the cell for anywhere between 4 to 6 days, right? Roughly. You left during the night, but there's no way that this place isn't guarded. There's no way that there's people not during the nighttime on any of these tables. How did you get out?
She kind of grins and just like kind of puts, like, for the first time she actually seems like kind of her usual cocky self. She kind of leans forward and puts like a hand on her chin. It's just like, I never showed you my trick, did I?
I feel like the conversation as it progressed from the beginning, I feel like Atris is just very like more and more skeptical of this. And so even though Triss is trying to be like cheerful and playful, I'm just like, I feel like I'm very dead-faced, like still rubbing this fucking bump that she gave me, but at the same time just kind of like I'm not going with this flirtatious or random conversation that we're doing. Like I'm full, like I don't give any emotion.
Imposter.
Right.
Vote him off.
I don't know.
Well, and as she kind of like leans back, you see that she just disappears in like Nightcrawler, just like kind of a bamf of like black energy is left. And you feel a tap behind your shoulder, Atris.
Can I portray zero? Like I'm totally not scared. Like no, I've seen this before.
And you hear the very soft kind of whooshing sounds, if there was to be like subtitles, as she disappears behind Atris again.
Sorry, I thought that was good. Yeah. Whoosh noise.
And she disappears again, and you hear a knock from the other side of the window. Before you hear the soft whooshing yet again, and she appears at the other side of the wall. So long as I know a spot within 60 feet, and it's dark, I can teleport.
Just like that, like instantly every time. You can just teleport.
It's called Shadow Step.
You'll have to teach me sometime, I guess.
In a combat setting, it's used as a bonus action.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, to me, it doesn't feel very suspect because I would assume that in that circumstance, Atris could also escape from a prison in the middle of the night, so long as he could get his hands free. So, if he had any way to do that, I don't.
That part I'm not. That's fine. I believe that she could. I mean, obviously she's proved it, but I'm still skeptical that she could possibly be controlled somehow, or this charm is still on. I don't know if it has a duration. I don't know if it's something that they took off as soon as they jailed her, or what the deal was. But that's the only reason I'm skeptical.
If you're suspicious of me, ask me something.
Bitch, I've been-
That would be something only I would know.
Okay, I got it.
Do you want me to
Would
tell
you-
the truth, or do you want me to lie about it?
All right, thanks. You need to relax because I had it, and then you fucked me up. So. No, I want you to lie about it.
Okay.
What did you train Navora in?
Barbarianism.
That would explain her tendency to go face first into enemies.
Not wrong. Thanks, girlfriend.
Are we good?
Yep.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh fuck! Stop.
So, when you guys talk about undead, do you really mean like dead people brought back to life sort of thing? Like scary
Like-
stories and shit?
Unfortunately.
Like, yeah.
Something you could definitely ask David about. And I kind of like snicker and like hit his shoulder.
Are you-
What?
Do you do that?
No. In the background out the window, you see that horse just mosey on through the. I may.
Traumatized a farmer somewhere.
Yeah. 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 I'd actually show you. There's nothing dead here. Thankfully, unthankfully.
Well, I suppose I didn't really do a lot of background work on you guys, so okay, good to know. Good to know. And you kind of see that she's leaning back, like clearly trying to process this.
Yeah. Takes a bit to get used to, but after a while, it's not that weird.
You all seem very blasé-faire about it, so I'm assuming you're right.
I think it's best that we plan our course of attack here. As long as you're willing to help us, I think we can find a use for you. Sure.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to help. Whether it's just planning, if you guys want me to come with you, stay behind, be a scout.
I would love to have you come with us. I just don't know how comfortable you are entering again and not being noticed.
Well, let me think on that bit, and I might be able to think of something.
Okay. And then I guess I looked to the rest of the group and I was like, as for us, what do you think the best option is? Feels like we just go in and
Charge.
not charge. Bad monk. We try our best to play our way there, and then when we see someone enter the room, just to be really mindful. We'll have to come up with a system of some sort, I'd say, to like notify the rest of the group. I don't see us all getting in on the same table. Like that seems unlikely. So I think that's when we would end our attack. Yeah, like I don't even know how. I'm trying to think because
Can we walk in like highballers?
all I do is win, no matter what.
Like, I want to be the one with the sunglasses on.
Oh, we're all gonna have sunglasses on. We're gonna have tuxes. That'd be great. Casino.
Can I just
Okay,
say all I
let's
think
do
of is,
Candy.
all I fucking think of is like Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12
Yep.
shit. We're all like fucking slow mo walking.
Yeah, yeah.
Slow
You
mo.
know?
A little hair flip.
Yeah, the slow-mo hair flip.
One gets in your eye. Fuck.
Oh god, it's ruined my moment. Yeah, like, is there any other ideas that you guys have as far as this, like?
I do have one more question though for Triss. What happens if you lose?
I never got that far.
What if you win? Do you get a second soul?
He was offering pretty decent shit for someone who kind of had nothing to lose. There were some cool perks in for it.
Maybe you weren't the only one that was gonna cheat.
Maybe.
Sorry, so I want to make sure that my question was understood. I meant lose as in not the final table, but the preliminary tables or anything like that. Did you answer that one? I just want to make sure.
Oh, no, if you just lose up the table, you lose. You just keep playing to win.
I just didn't know if they were like they kept you. Okay.
Yeah, no, just whoever you just kind of play to win. If you lose, you lose. If you win, you might catch someone important's eye.
So, Triss, wanna let us borrow those cards you got there?
If you think you can swing it.
Yeah, one of you two dexterous people will have to try and use sleight of hand.
I had +9 sleight of hand, so.
Yeah, let's toss it to this one.
Yeah.
Triss, did you feel as though the patrons of the casino, like the townspeople, paid attention to you to any degree, or were they relatively mindless?
They were relatively mindless. The only people that really paid any mind to me were the workers, the people that were dealing the cards and the dice and just monitoring. There was some security around, but they didn't seem to be doing much.
Thought of an idea.
And then that tiefling that came over and pulled me into the back room. He had been watching me for a bit.
I have an idea. It's slightly risky. Chris.
What is it?
Let's just say one of us gets into the room, probably Atris. If you were to say happen to walk through the door right as he goes in the room to distract the ogres, chase after you possibly to capture you, we could go in after Atris and kick some ass.
That's a possibility.
At least it might give us an opportunity to get in the room without any ruckus.
My concern then would be that we'd only have 3 people against the big baddie, and I don't think that's enough.
You have 4.
So are you suggesting one of them would, like, lure the
Triss would.
ogres away?
Triss would.
Oh, okay.
We can't really have her help at all anyways, right? Like, the guards will know who she is. They'll try and capture her again anyway, so might as well try and take advantage of it.
Do you feel like you'd be adept at getting away a time? I know you said that you suggested not to go out during the evening, but is that the only time that this spell or transportation method works for you?
Yeah, I can only teleport at night or dark places, so I can do shadows. Like, I can go from, like, a shadow to shadow, person to person sort of thing. But it works best at night. The main concern at night is walking the streets.
Do you know roughly what time this all starts happening at night?
As soon as the sun goes down.
So what if we went to the casino as the sun went down?
That's a possibility. The things that lurk at night seem to only go after scavengers. The ones that aren't in the casino, or the ones that aren't going towards the casino.
Okay.
I mean, they came after me immediately. But I don't know if that's I had a hit out on me by the big guy or what.
Okay.
I mean, we're kind of in a similar position.
Yeah, you guys have definitely made a name for yourself in certain communities.
Whoopsies. So how does that plan sound to you guys? Is there any other way we should maybe go about it? I feel like it's a good opportunity at least.
I think the only issue is that if I make it to the last table, I don't have advantage like the other two do. So I would probably get charmed.
Is there a way that...
I don't think that matters.
I only
then
got
he'll
charmed
tell the truth.
after I didn't want to sell my soul.
Even
I
still,
think
it
he
was
was
just
on to me.
even still, it's just a
what I was
truth.
doing.
It's just a truth spell. If we're going into fight, no matter what you say.
Yeah, but like, what if I talk about your deepest, darkest secrets to him? Like, do you really want him to know that?
I mean, he can know my deepest, darkest secrets for the couple minutes he's going to live. And I'll be offering that everyone else knows, but...
In the room where you played the boss, was it the boss and 2 ogres and that was it?
No, the ogres were outside. The only person at the boss's table was the boss.
Okay, and this tiefling fellow, he led you past the ogres into this room?
Yes, and then he promptly left.
That's what
I don't know when he came back, but he clearly did.
Okay.
That's why I'm thinking it'll be good, because the ogres are on the outside, so she doesn't even have to go in the room. Like, she can just show herself on the floor of the, like, wherever all the bedding and stuff is, and then we can just sneak by while they run after her.
The only downside of that plan is there is other security there. The ogres are clearly there to protect the boss.
The one thing I do have in my mind is that, I mean, I can wild shape into a spider and just, like, sneak the fuck under the door. Like, I'm not super concerned about getting my ass in there because I can do it relatively easily. And the thing is, I could technically bring someone with me because I do have polymorph, which means that I can transform anyone into any creature that I essentially can transform into myself. So I could get 2 of us in the room without a problem, like being relatively stealthy.
Unfortunate, because that one means that Atris can't be the person that we need. Or we could turn him into the tiefling that gets us into the room. Once we spot him, Atris becomes him and brings us all in. And we can make up like some elaborate, like, we're gonna gamble all our souls in one hand.
Well, I mean, we need someone to distract the tiefling. Hey, Navora, what do you think? What do you think of tieflings?
They've been a good, I think I could handle something like that.
Cuts to them in a coat closet somewhere.
Wait, that back room you got dragged in?
Yeah. Ooh. But you said there's cuffs? There's cuffs back there?
Now, this is just me, but you may just want to take him out altogether rather than distract him.
Yeah, murder.
Can Navora do that while his dick is in her? Like, would he have disadvantage at that point? I'm genuinely curious.
Be a DM, they said. It would be fun, they said.
I don't know. I feel like that's probably a good position to be in as the other person, you know?
Navora would definitely have advantage and a sneak attack round.
Yeah, but then after that, I feel like he's got leverage depending on position, I guess, right?
Nah.
Like, missionary would not be a good position to be in.
Nah, she's on top. We
Oh, okay, then yeah. Is that, yeah.
I tricked him into wanting to be tied up. That's
There you
exactly
go.
what's gonna
And you don't even need to do anything then. That's the end of
All
that.
those cuffs, you want those used on.
Yeah.
Sir.
You always put them on other people. Let me put them on you. Come on. We're gonna BDSM our way to the boss.
Why is no one here a bard? I feel like we need one.
I know.
You're all bards in my mind.
Yeah.
In the heart. In the heart.
The heart, your own heart.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, so Tris, you're suggesting that we attempt to get rid of this tiefling man as soon as possible, and then kind of make our way into the room that way?
Well, take out the tiefling. Do it discreetly as to not raise suspicion. Have Atris here turn into the tiefling. Have the tiefling escort you guys in.
That's what I'm thinking.
My only concern is how do we distract the tiefling into going into a space where we could do something to him discreetly?
I think
I mean,
we've already
and then
established
I turned to my husband and I'm like, I wish you could just hold his wrist and life tap every single ounce of life out of him, but I don't think that can happen.
I mean, it depends how many turns I've got.
In a row, not gonna happen.
I mean, if he's cuffed.
And again, we also need to establish how we can communicate with each other if it is as silent as Tris is suggesting.
Ooh, yes.
Alright, we have to have hand signals. Alright, it's go time. It's go time! It's unfortunate that we don't have sending or whatever anymore. Butcher would have been good for this.
Yeah.
And the Arms of an Angel begins to play sadly in the background.
I will remember you. All that your mind. Sorry.
Question.
Yeah.
Sorry, question for Tris. Are there bathrooms in this place?
I mean, I never had acquired the facilities, but I would imagine there is.
Okay, okay.
What are you thinking, Zan?
That might be the place that you could lure him to fuck. And then when we see you heading off to the bathroom, we could follow suit.
We all have
relatively
explosive
soon
diarrhea.
After, at least Atris and I could, because, you know, females.
No, actually, this place is very progressive. They're all gender neutral.
Good for them.
Okay, just a question. What if the tiefling doesn't
He's
like the
a
charm
connoisseur of the
Navora?
cock.
I mean, you're not wrong. He could be ace or gay or something.
That would be really unfortunate if he was asexual. Oh god. I'll show you companionship. You want to talk in the bathroom? Like,
I could handle it as a damsel in distress kind of feel.
I mean, your tits are still gonna have to be out somewhat for that. I don't hate the idea.
why?
Because then he's gonna want to go help her.
Oh, that's true. I would never help a woman with
I'll make sure I'm
unrevealing
very
clothes.
chesty
Yeah.
damsel in distress.
This is so
I'll
random.
stop and do my makeup.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. I don't think that the
Or, Atris, how many very attractive people have you seen? Because you could.
Well, attraction is subjective, so like I don't really know.
really he's
You
really
asshole.
into
He would
dwarf
definitely-
women.
He would definitely shapeshift into Navora. So.
So like one. I've seen one. That's it.
Atris, why don't you turn into the most attractive person you've seen?
We're waiting.
You're getting the biggest stare from Davin, oddly.
You see Tris just kind of grinning, clearly enjoying like the actual like interaction between people again.
Yeah. We're a silly group of people.
Well, I also have this dagger that I can jump to.
Oh my god.
Navora with.
Totally forgot about that. Hey, it works too. We tried it.
I think that we got the right idea.
I don't even know what's happening. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am
What do you
so
mean?
fucking
It's so
lost.
obvious. This is super clear. All right,
All I know is that
We're
I'm
going
to
in.
gamble and you guys are doing.
you're gambling. Just focus on that. Learn how to do card tricks. Start now. Go in your corner and start learning how to do sleight of hand. The rest
Yeah,
of us, we're
actually.
going in and we're just gonna do our potato gambling. Just try our best. And then Navora's gonna seduce the person. When we see Navora go to the wherever, we're just gonna follow her. Just kick in the door, be like, oh yeah! Fucking Kool-Aid man, attack him.
I could always just be like a spider in her shirt or some shit and just like be with her
Okay,
as
yeah.
she goes.
Okay, so
So
you're
how
So
would
she
never.
immediately has backup, right? Like, I feel
Okay,
like
yeah,
that makes sense.
that's
but-
fair. Now,
Well, that's 2, and then we have 3 with Navora who can teleport. But my concern was David who can't
I'm
like charge
yeah.
into zombies.
I am a human. I have no special abilities like that,
You
unfortunately.
can just go to the bathroom slightly after we go to the bathroom.
That's what I was thinking. I would just like follow. I'm not bringing my
Yeah,
zombies.
I
Yeah,
have to piss.
I've kind of like we've kind of like retroactively redacted their existence. It feels like.
Kind of.
Yeah, like I never remember them.
You
So
never-
no, like twice. But yeah, so I think I could just play fucking gambling games, and then everyone else can do everything, and I'll just follow when
But
needed.
Triss did, but the thing is, Triss did mention there are other security there, so
Yeah.
that's something else that you have to be mindful of.
Why?
Because once the tiefling is killed and Aegis comes back as the tiefling, if you've been losing, it would be really odd for the tiefling to come to you and pick you to come into the room.
Well, no,
You know what I mean?
the suggestion that I made was that we all were gonna gamble our souls as a collective. So it doesn't matter the circumstance.
I'm not gambling my fucking soul. I don't
I-
want to do that.
None of us are. It's just a way to get into the last room. That's what
That's
we
why you're
tell
a
anybody
spider.
that's gonna confront us.
That's exactly why I'm a spider, by the way.
Turn into a spider.
Avoidant.
But yeah, that's
That's why I'm a
just
Hufflepuff.
that's just how we would get in the
Yes.
room. That's our lie.
By the way, real quick question: what are everyone's houses? I'm absolutely a Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Slytherin.
Slytherin.
I'm a Ravenclaw.
You would be a fucking Ravenclaw. No Gryffindors.
Wait.
Fuck Gryffindor. We can all collectively agree. Fuck Gryffindor.
I'm not sure if you heard, but Cody in the distance softly said Ravenclaw. He wanted to be included.
Oh yay.
Sean, you're not alone.
Wait, what was Navora?
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Oh, we literally have a 2-2-2 split.
Yep.
Nice. Any objections to my plan?
What game exactly is played in the casino?
Oh, that's a good
what
question to
side are you
know.
playing?
There's card games, there's dice games, there's in the back, I think there's dog races or something. I don't know. Might be
Cockfights.
dog fight.
Cockfights.
I'm
I don't really
immediately really uncomfortable as soon as she says that. I'm like,
Can
what?
can we race Elian?
Yeah, that's a dog.
That would be fun.
He needs a haircut first. Get the clippers.
You know what
I
is
was
the
thinking
worst?
if-
I was gonna say
if,
the worst thought that I had when you were like, "Can we?" I thought you were gonna say, "Can we make Meg fight in the dog fighting ring?"
No, the racing, not the fighting.
Oh,
It's a dog race, not a dog fight.
she said dog fight after.
I'm not fighting. No, the answer is no. I'm a spider in Navarro's pocket. Fuck you guys.
It's Trist's idea. I don't know what.
Goodbye.
All I heard from the back was barking.
So it could have been a dog kennel where they're all plow. So what is the easiest card game to get through this with? Like how did you get through? Was it blackjack, poker?
Blackjack.
Nice. Do we get to play blackjack today? That would be exciting.
That's what I'm playing. I don't know
Yeah.
about you. I'm playing blackjack.
We are going to convert dice rolls into card games.
Oh, okay. Not as exciting, but that's okay.
Because Dungeons and Dragons.
All right. So do we have can we go with that plan then? You're gonna win all the games. I'm just gonna do my thing and watch Navora and Zan, and then we get rid of the tiefling, and then you take us into the final room.
Yeah, I could totally do all
Basically,
that.
like
I'll
you're the failsafe, so even if we don't end up winning or like getting the tiefling into a position where we can get off him, you can still win, and we can get in that way.
And I feel like, just as a side note, when you're the tiefling Atris,
I just read Olvi's comment. Oh man.
what was his comment? I don't have.
Things get too intimate, the spider is squished, and suddenly the situation is a threesome. You're just like,
It seems like it always turns around that way.
hello! You may be wondering how I got here.
So,
Oh my god.
Atris, when you are the tiefling, I feel like if anyone questions why you're asking Davin to come along with us, make it something about the fact that he is a Simic and has his weird flappy manta arms, because he's interesting and maybe that would be interesting to the boss or something. You know what I mean? Like, you should have a reason in the back of your mind as to why he has to come with us. 'Cause I feel
What
like
is your school again? Or what, your uncle? What school is that again?
Yeah, that one.
I'll tell them. Yeah, he's a part of that one school.
I don't
know one. Let's go.
I don't understand why the selling soul thing won't make any sense. That's all he wants. It's just more souls. So if we're just like, here's 5 souls in one hand, that's like a huge turn on to a guy with a gambling problem.
But you're going to assume that there's no way that other people can get into the room. Like the ogre's on the outside of the door. If we say yeah, we'll totally gamble our souls, and we go in and we're like, nah, fuck you, we're gonna fight your ass, and then the ogres aren't gonna hear us go. Caah!
Oh, I mean, I don't care at that point. We got in the room.
Yeah, but there's so much security there. We would get destroyed.
So what are we gonna do? Like, are we just gonna talk to him? Like, we're gonna fight him.
No, we're gonna go in the vents and then.
There's no vents. This building is not built to code.
I feel like that has to be David's new pet peeve.
It's not to code.
That was great because Meg had her mic on, so
Yeah.
it sounded super distorted.
Yeah. I need a voice changer. Make some really
Okay.
fucked up noises.
Okay,
Well-
fuck it. I feel like we're as ready as we're gonna be, guys.
Let's do it.
You guys have your knives, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. So can somebody please summarize the plan for me?
Nope, just so you can't give us a heads up.
Yep. Nope. We're just going.
Neat. Okay.
Well, no, I'll actually summarize just because it makes life easier.
You're the only one that knows it.
Yeah. I think
Yeah,
we need
literally,
to
everyone's
PowerPoint
just like
this.
super lost.
There's
Atris
a lot
is
of
gonna-
convolutedness going on.
Atris is gonna try and win games. That's plan number A, where like he just ends up getting to go into the room and then he can bring us with him, basically by offering up our souls. Zan's not gonna be there. She's gonna be spider form with Navora. Navora is plan B, where she's gonna try and seduce the tiefling to get him into a position where we can off him and then get Atris to transform into him. And yeah, I'm just gonna be playing card games.
So Triss listens to this plan and kind of leans back. So what happens if Triss does get invited in?
You mean?
Okay, so Triss gets invited in. Navora uses the songbird to teleport to Atris. What about you?
That's
Can you
the
teleport in?
no.
Oh, but
Both of the
Spider
plans
can-
were a way for me to get in without having me to sneak.
I mean, realistically, I could polymorph Davin into a spider with me, so he and I are both spiders together,
That would work.
I
Sure,
like
fuck
that.
it.
right? So that there's less players in the room. Technically, it would only.
That
be
actually
me.
works out
The
perfectly
other two.
because I'll go on Atris though. So we're 2-2 splits,
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
and then basically you have the swords. You guys could teleport each other into the room.
I like it.
I like it. It sounds fun.
I had the dumbest idea where you were the spider. You climb across the table to the other person. Look at their cards. And you're like, no, don't.
I mean, I could.
Then you know with polymorph that the person who you polymorph retains the same intelligence as the creature they are being polymorphed into.
It's good I can fight the spiders! This is great!
I just like the idea that I'm like in your pocket and I'm just like, I'm making a web, and like you just have this like fancy little nest that I've made in your pocket. I'm like, I've got to fly.
You just got like this really sick hammock from.
Yeah, I'm just swinging back and forth,
hanging out.
The only part I'd be worried about is like leaving, you know? Like, do I have any control over myself? Because I
think, Sand, is that what you pulled up?
but it's okay. It's okay. You know why it's okay? Because Atris can talk to spiders. So he can tell me to stay, you know? Like, it'll be good. We got it.
He's gonna look real suspicious every 10 minutes. You still there? Good. Still there?
Hey! Don't do that! Get back in the pocket. I mean, fold.
I'm just currently looking at other possible tiny creatures that have intelligence. I don't think I'm gonna find one.
No, it's fine.
I'm surprised rats aren't more intelligent. You think they would be?
Really?
They only have 2, which is like a 2 negative 4, which is bad.
Yep.
Guys, I have the best video from camping on Friday. This raccoon stole the bag of hot dog buns and took it up the tree. And as he's carrying it up the tree, they're all falling out. He's like thinking he's winning, and then he gets up there and he's like, oh. It's the best thing ever.
That's adorable. I can't wait to see it.
That just reminded me of it.
That's awesome.
Oh,
fuck. Alright, okay. Are we ready?
I cracked myself up.
So, do we have to sleep? What time is it? Like, we want to go right around sunfall? Sunset?
I mean,
that's the word I was looking for.
So, it is nighttime at this point. It's probably between 9 and 10 o'clock.
Okay. You said
so
that we
guys,
won't get attacked if we're going towards it, though.
Yeah.
So
that's what she
we
said.
could go. Like, we could go now. How do you guys feel about that?
I still want to know what the things are at night, because they're invisible, but they're not ghosts, but they're undead.
Apparitions. They're Death Eaters.
Sorry.
Oh god, she's back. Oh fuck.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi.
Can I ask Trisk what, like, to describe what she has seen at night on the streets?
Sorry,
Can I ask? That's okay. Can I ask Trish to describe what she's seen on the streets at night?
Yeah, I mean, there are these kind of shadowy creatures that kind of just come and go. They're like clouds of smoke, almost. I know one touched me and I felt a lot weaker.
Death Eaters.
Yeah,
they're Death Eaters.
Death Eater.
Yeah,
That's
literally.
another Death Eater.
This is the Wizard crossover
with
episode.
Sorry,
Would
say that
my
again.
Passive without trace help us at all? Would my pass without trace help us at all getting to the...
If you're trying to be stealthy about it, yeah, because Pass Without a Trace gives you an additional +10 to your stealth checks.
For the whole group, right?
So I can polymorph David into an awakened shrub. He'd just be like a plant in a pot.
This is my support fern.
It has 10 intelligence.
Oh my god, it's a genius. Everyone knows that you fold a 7. Just like talking shit from the fucking pocket. I think
Okay.
Spider is best because then he can still talk to me.
Okay, are you planning on being on Aegis, and Aegis will just tell you to continue to be in his pocket then?
If need be, yeah, we'll see how
Okay, I'm
Spider
gonna
Me is
read
feeling.
up on polymorph and see if that makes sense.
Boom. This is stressful.
So Tris has kind of just been sitting back, listening to you guys figure out your plan, trying to follow the red yard.
Always
train of
Sunny in
thought that you guys
Philadelphia
have
meme.
going
Yep.
on. So am I coming with you guys, or am I just hanging here? Because I'm good hanging here.
I think she should stay.
I really would like her to come, but I don't know how she can get in there safely. I would be really nervous about it.
Without them recognizing her.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless Meg can polymorph her into a spider too.
Just
We're all
Uno.
spiders.
I don't think so. Hang on.
Polymorph, you can only do one person. So, like, it sounds like you guys have a great plan. I see no flaws with it at all. It sounds
Hey.
wonderful. So I'll hold down the fort. I'm good chilling here and not being turned into an undead person.
I feel like we should try and gain insight as to whether she's being sarcastic or not.
Sounds pretty sarcastic. And
Yeah.
actually
Whoever
nervous.
wants
She's
to
being
can roll
sarcastic.
insight.
Seems realistic to me.
I got a 13.
Okay, I'm
That was
doing.
bad, 'cause I have a plus 10 to insight, so that was a bad roll.
That's a bad roll.
Oh, well, now I
Um,
want to roll.
In
So,
me
yep, that one.
me planning our our battle attack here.
No, yeah, you can't quite tell. Adris, you can tell like the whole thing of the undead has kind of freaked her out a bit. But yeah, that's about it.
The only issue that I have with going now is that since I have been bonked over the head, I don't have full health, and I feel like resting would probably be a wise idea for me.
Tomorrow.
Do you want me to toss you a health potion?
No, I just don't think we should use them for willy-nilly when we're
Yeet!
safe.
Tossing them out. Just tossing them out like
I'll make it rain.
Okay,
I vote for
well, let's sleep then.
All right. So you guys begin to get ready for bed, setting out your cots. Would anybody like to keep watch throughout the night?
100%.
You see Triss kind of look over you guys, and she's like, "I'm happy to keep watch. I only use 4 hours."
Okay, that sounds good.
All right. So is anyone gonna keep watch with me, or am I just watching by myself?
Idris.
Actually, no, I will keep watch with you.
All right. And then who is going to take second watch?
Idris, do you want it?
I would love to. It sounds wonderful.
All right. David, you get a full night's sleep yet again.
Thanks. All that thinking,
Everybody
you know,
else
I
is
need a
full
full...
health. I'm
I
the
need
only
the-
one with low health, and I'm still getting this fucking short.
It was all that brain power I used coming up with this 5-head plan.
Lord brain. All right. So you all begin to settle down, and Zan and Triss take first watch. Zan, if you would like to roll with advantage, go on ahead.
soft 20.
As the night goes on and the hour grows later, you hear the wind outside kind of beating against the house. You hear the shutters kind of clacking against and off in the distance you hear a very high-pitched shrill shrieking. Think like the ring wraiths from Lord of the Rings. As that happens, Triss kind of jumps a little bit and looks at each of the windows to make sure they're covered. They must be on the hunt tonight.
Well, I think you've made this place pretty fortified, so we should be okay. And I'm just kind of trying to like reassure her a little bit.
She nods. Yeah, I've been here for, I don't know, a few days now. No issues yet, but there's always a first for everything.
Well, it still must seem like a lifetime.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't happy to see you guys.
Likewise. I actually have a question for you. Have you ever been to Nigeria?
Nigeria. Yeah, I've done a lot of work there. We were there not long ago with well, yeah, like I ran into you guys at that tavern before you guys did the gladiator ring.
Have you heard of the shadow relics?
She kind of looks at you with a cocked eyebrow and just, yeah, I've done some work there with them a few times.
Man by the name of Rildor?
Yeah.
So that's my dad.
Oh!
I mean, I just found out. I guess it makes sense. My stepfather never really liked me. And I did kind of just kill my half-sister. But, anyways, Rildor, what's he like?
That's a lot to unpack. Okay,
Another time.
I am not the best at emotional conversations, so that's probably a talk to have with another person.
Don't worry about that. Just wondering about Rildor, this phantom of a man that I've just learned about.
Yeah. Well, you are half Drow elf. So welcome to the club of the Drow. As she kind of like gestures to her own ashen skin. Yeah, he, how much do you really want to know about him?
You've known me for a little while now. Is he someone that you think would be worth seeking out?
Rildor is known for being one of the most lethal assassins in Esmio. The Golden Dragons trade in secrets and magic items and smuggling. The Shadow Relics deal a lot in murder.
Interesting.
From what I've heard, he's calmed down in his later years. Choosing to be more of a delegator than an assassin himself, but he certainly grew quite the reputation.
Does he have a family?
Not that I know or have heard of. I've heard rumors of a lost love that he never quite got over, but that's about it.
Interesting. Well, thank you for the knowledge. I'll keep that in mind.
And you see she kind of pauses and looks at you. Is your mom the lost love?
It's hard to know. my conception and birth wasn't something that I really knew was a special thing up until not very long ago, and she died many years ago. So I don't know. Do you
Well-
know what this long lost love is supposed to have looked like?
It's a ghost story. A reason why no one could ever get close to him. He's very business. Try to talk to him about anything other than business, you're talking to a brick wall. I'll tell you what, we make it out of here alive, and I don't get murdered by the golden dragons. I'm on good standing with the Shadow Relics. I have a few friends there. I can maybe arrange some sort of a meeting.
I'd be very thankful. That's great. If he questions you, my mother's name was Kia.
Good to know.
Okay, that's pretty much all I want to talk about.
All right.
I really didn't want to go down the whole, like, you're a drow, my dad's a drow, do all drows know each other? But I feel good about how I handled that, so we're good.
Good job. Yeah. Eventually, Navora and Atris wake up for their shift. And Triss kind of sees as Atris begins to wake up and... Well, I'm gonna sleep now. Haven't slept much in the past few days. Very excited to do that with other people around.
Yeah, we'll
And
make
she
sure
kind
that-
of like steals one more glance at Atris before just night, and goes to her cot and kind of curls up.
So, Navor, you got this, right? I'm gonna. Do I get advantage?
For what?
Oh, I was being sassy. I'm totally not doing this. I want to make sure that she actually like is watched over. I don't. Mm-mm.
Atris stares at her like this all night.
She's like fucking Edward in Twilight.
Yep, she's sleeping.
I roll a deception check. Is
To
she
see if
thinking?
she's sleeping. I mean, she is an elf and she is trancing.
I was being sassy. No, I totally
I know.
believe that she's like, fuck, as soon as she hits the fucking bed, she's just out.
But yeah, either both of you roll perception or one of you with advantage.
Go for it. Go advantage.
Okay, it's not right.
I'm not near my
I would
dice.
wait for Navora because she has a high perception like I do.
Nah, dude, it's all good. 19. What up?
I ran for you.
It's
The ultimate betrayal.
something I will never do for anyone.
Yeah, the night is relatively quiet, save for some shrieking off in the distance. It does sound relatively far from where you guys are. You hear the wind, and yeah, kind of through the cracks in the window, you do begin to see like the first rays of sunrise.
Have I seen anything like these things before?
Roll a history check.
Have I seen anything
Nat
like
20.
this before?
Nat 20. You haven't seen anything like this before, but you kind of begin to think about Triss's description, a shadowy figure with a touch that makes you feel weaker. You read a book once. One time, you read one book.
An ebook.
It was for a homework assignment.
Yeah. Yorix was really big on knowledge for some reason, and he wanted you to read, but you were like, no. And then he finally found the one book you were into. Anyway, you realize that the things that she's describing are wraiths.
I guess I assume that. Damn, those things
Oh.
are fucking badass.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
horrifying.
Dementor, but buff.
I assume that Triss has never seen them or knows what they are if she didn't even know what the name was. Okay.
No.
I don't have any conversations for tonight, so I don't know if you do, Navora.
No, I'm golden.
Neat. You guys have a relatively quiet night before the sun fully rises and the day is yours. David, how did that full night's sleep feel?
Oh, it's banging. Per usual. I don't really know where I slept. Probably like, I don't know. I fucking just like I'm like this on top of a dresser, just like arms flailing back. I don't know, wherever I could find a nice spot to lie down. I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to sleeping. Yeah, no, so good.
Nice.
I don't really know
but
what
yeah.
to do with the
Day is
day.
yours.
Like, is there anything that you guys want to do before we go?
Well, if we're not taking Triss with
My
us,
hair.
do we have to go at night?
No, I just
True.
wanted to sleep. I think going during the day is totally fine.
Okay, oh, that totally makes sense then.
I would like to, if there's nothing else that anybody wants to do, I kind of want to hang back and speak with Triss, though, for a moment.
Yeah, we can go shoot the shit with Navora.
Yeah, I want to get a Titanic kiss before, we go away.
Paint me like one of your
So
French
lame.
girls. Okay, so yeah, I guess we'll just head outside and look at stuff.
Twiddle your thumbs.
That's
I
a
imagine
building.
you guys just like, yeah, we'll go inside. What you doing? What's going on? Looking out the windows and
We're
We're
gonna
all
come
gonna
in
be
the window.
peeking in the
Yeah.
little cracks.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, the windows are fully boarded.
Damn it.
Not anymore. We get one window.
Yeah.
I will say, if you do have Elian that Navora can see
Oh,
through.
yeah. Thanks there, GM.
I can be nice sometimes. I'm all
Elian's
for
hiding in the
snooping.
corner. Atris does not see Elian hiding
Pulling
in
a
the corner.
fez.
how do I not see a giant rat? I don't understand.
Roll a stealth check for Elian, and Atris roll a perception check to see if you do notice.
10.
Come on, Elian.
Elian got an 18.
Woo!
I don't know what his thing.
Yes,
What
the
was-
beautiful Arctic fox is able to hide in the corner.
White as day, can't see fucking, can't see shit.
He's
There's white in here,
bioluminescent,
I only see
actually.
brown.
Yeah. He glows in the dark. I
Hiding
don't know how you
behind the
missed him.
box.
Yeah, he's like hiding behind like the dresser that David slept on. He's like hiding behind it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as everybody goes outside and you kind of hang back, Triss kind of looks and cocks an eyebrow, just like, yeah.
Well, first of all, I hate you because this bump still hurts. I don't like you for that. But secondly, we ran into a couple people. I don't know, it must have been like at least a fortnight or so ago now. And one of those people may or may not have happened to have been yours.
Oh yeah, how he's been waiting a long time for that reunion. How'd it go?
We killed his handlers, and now he's running free.
He finally burned off the tattoo?
He had it while I was there, but he told me he was going to get rid of it, so.
Good for him.
But they told me that they were going to get rid of you, the handlers, before I knew that it was yours, so.
It's why I'm here.
So
but
what,
I mean, if it... Go ahead. I mean, if the handlers are dead, I can leave this city finally. They won't come after me for not doing my job.
you can just tell them that it's done because we'll take care of it. I can guarantee it.
Wow.
Believes in the plan, Pog.
Well, if it's any trouble, I would like to remain. Make sure you guys get out of here alive. I would hate wondering if you guys are actually dead or not. And you see her kind of look down and lean back and like clearly kind of get like a little awkward. She's like, yeah, like I'm teaching Navora how to be a monk after all. I'd hate to know that my student is dead.
Yeah, it's totally just for Navora. Like, yeah, definitely for just Navora.
Every baby gay understands this interaction so well.
Why do you think I can do it?
I can't do it. Am I doing it well?
You're doing it very well.
Great job. Great job.
She nods and kind of swallows like nervously, just kind of looking around, like kind of meeting your gaze every now and again, but then like looking and.
I feel like after like two gazes, I'm just like, all right, well, like I guess I'll see you later. Like we'll go do this and then we'll come back and we'll make sure you're okay, right? Like you'll be good.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I can hold down the fort here, and like she nods. As you go to walk away, she kind of quickly reaches out and like grabs your hand lightly. I can't take Sean's face seriously. Just don't do anything stupid, okay?
Trying to think, do I play this like really corny movie lines silly
100%,
or
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
baby? Danger is my middle name.
Oh, slaps on shades, walks out the door, building explodes.
With Tris inside.
She's fine.
Slow
'cause
motion
it's a-
walk as
I
the
don't like
explosions
explosions.
behind him.
yeah, it's okay because it's a movie, so she survives.
Right.
Yep.
As you say that, she just kind of shakes her head and pulls her hand away and just, well, go knock him dead then.
I feel like I like nod like real like, oh, fuck, that was supposed to go way cooler in my head. And I like go to leave and I look back for a second, I'm just like, fuck. And I'd like leave knowing that I had just like fucked up something. Can I also,
Okay.
as I leave, can I just shapeshift into like an orc?
Yeah. You are now an orc. You kind of resemble Kargok a little bit.
That's I'm cool with that. I'm totally fine with it.
Nice.
So yeah, the door opens and Kargok walks out.
Okay, one Navora is like,
Atris?
again? What is happening here? Very confused.
It's me. It's hi, me, Atris. Hello.
No,
Okay.
I could have seen you transform, right? Because I was.
But I
watching
didn't.
you
I
earlier.
didn't. So I asked.
Okay, can I just like at first, just like when you walk out, just be like, you idiot, get back in there and kiss her. Go now, do it.
No, and this is no time for games. We have to go get this.
This is not a game. It's Tris. Go kiss her.
You're being ridiculous.
Push
Let's
her-
go.
Push.
I get pushed.
This is not a romantic D&D session, friends. This is a kill the keeper session. Also gambling, mostly gambling.
Yeah, we may not even get to the keeper at this rate.
Okay, so Kargok is stomping away.
I guess we'll follow.
Okay, I'm going to polymorph Davin into a spider, but closer to the casino. Like I don't want to do it too early, so to speak. And kind of while we're on the way there, I'm kind of talking to him. I'm like, okay, so here's what to expect. Because you've never done this before. Spiders are dumb. So
Okay.
I'm gonna let you be with Atris, because Atris can at least speak to you, and you will retain your personality. So I'm hoping that you'll listen, right?
Yeah.
No, really, you have to listen though.
I know.
Okay, then it should be fine. As soon as we're kind of out of sight from the general public or any sort of security, I will take you back out.
Okay.
just so you know.
Or once I sense that shit's hitting the fan.
You got it.
I can counter it, right? Like, can I just be like, I am no longer a spider? Or
No, I have to end the spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can't. You're just gonna be a spider building webs in Atris's pocket, as far as you're concerned.
Sounds good.
Please don't bite her. That I feel like that would
But
not.
what
be
if
good.
they got superpowers?
What if I shoot webs? You should do it. I don't think that's how that worked.
Don't remember that scene?
I'm pretty sure he goes like this.
No, but when he's
In the-
trying to
yeah,
figure it out.
That's what I
Figured
was
out.
doing. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, anyways, we have that conversation as we're on our way to the casino.
Yep.
So yeah, you guys are walking to the casino. Navora's the only one that knows about what happened in the room.
I feel like I would just
Zan,
be walking behind being like, idiot, you fucked up. You fucked up.
Yeah, I imagine she just tells us what happened too, and obviously is upset about
Yeah.
it. My middle name is Danger?
I was gonna call you Danger from now.
Yeah, you fucking loser.
I would have fucking
Dangerous Danger.
To be honest, I was not, when I said yes to that line, I didn't expect it to be that kind of corny joke.
You said it's got to be corny. I was like,
I thought it was
we're going in.
I thought it was like rom-com corny, like where it's just like really
Nope.
cringy love, like, yeah, okay.
No, it was cringy, all right. Just
Yeah,
not
it
the kind
was.
of cringe you were looking for.
Yeah, you went like 180. You're like CSI Miami, and I'm like, wait, I thought you
I
meant
really
like.
wish I had these on hand because I would have been like, baby, Danger, my middle name.
That would have been 10 out of 10. I love it.
That's great.
D&D.
All right, to the casino.
Yes, you guys walked to the casino. So I believe polymorph lasts for an hour.
With concentration, yes.
Okay. So yeah, when would you like to turn? There are no, like, as you're walking, there are no people around. When would you like to turn him into a spider?
So if like the building is here and the door is like where my thumb is, like right as we're about to like kind of be in the line of sight of the doors. Like so as close to being inside as possible.
Okay. Sounds good. As you guys are walking, you follow the main path into the center of the circle, into the center of Hythe. Zan, you only saw this building from like a bird's eye view. Now that you're in front of it, you realize that this building is massive. It looks to be about 6 floors high. And you're like, from this angle, you can't quite tell how deep it is, but this building is daunting. Like, it's huge. It's comparable to like the Colosseum that you guys fought in almost.
Oh wow.
It's massive. As you guys get closer, you can see like a water feature in the front with like fountains that are doing various kind of displays. You see purple flames lit on either side of the door. You see fire moving in tubes, almost like neon signs that say enter, the fire moving within these plastic tubes.
That's super neat.
But
But not
yeah, you approach the door. Zan, you turn David into a spider, and I assume give it to Kargok Atris.
Yep, and I also wild shape into a spider and kind of crawl onto Navora.
All right. So, Atris and Navora, the door is ahead of you.
Okay, Danger. Let's do this.
I love it.
Do I have a? I'm just gonna say that there is a breast pocket, and I take David and drop him inside the breast pocket.
Sounds good.
And then I follow somebody who just called me Danger because that's how cool I am.
Zan, you're gonna be on my strappy for my bow thingy. That's where you're gonna be, hanging out.
All right. You guys head in to the casino. The double doors open into this beautiful, grand casino. You see various tables where people are playing cards. You see dice games happening. You see these portals that people are looking into that you can't quite see what they're watching. But as Tris described, for how many people are in here, it is silent. The only thing you hear is the sound of cards. You hear a little bit of murmuring here and there. You hear the clatter of dice, and you hear the dealers calling various things, but it is quiet.
Is there any thieves' cant around on any of the walls or tables or anything?
Roll a perception check.
Soft 20.
There's nothing.
This
building is clearly with that.
Are we
Soft 20.
able to tell?
Sorry, say that again for me.
No, keep going.
Okay. It's very clear that this building is only a couple of months old. It's still very new. And from what you've heard, a lot of people that enter this casino don't really get to leave. So you don't see a whole lot. Nabora, what were you going to say?
Okay, are we able to, or am I able to tell if everything, or like all the people that are in there, if there's any like actually living?
Roll a perception check with advantage for me. Due to your favorite enemy.
$21.
21. You see that everyone that seems to be working here is undead. You see the purple fungus trailing up their neck, and their skin appears to be like just off. You notice a couple of elves that they're normally
What about
like perfect skin is like an off-white, like there seems to be some like level of decay. With the 21, you're looking around and a very specific card dealer gets your attention. You see the very familiar face of an elven woman with long brown hair and beautiful hazel eyes. She is dressed in kind of purple robes, but there's no denying the tattoos that you see kind of along her arms. This is Deva. This is the woman that raised you and brought you into the druid circle of the Madriel Woods.
Okay.
Looking around, making that connection, you see another person that belonged to the Madriel Woods circle. And another, and another, and another. It appears that a good chunk of the Madriel Woods druid circle resides in here.
It's so quiet in here, I don't know if I would want to say anything to Aegis. Can I like kind of like whisper to him or her and just be like, these are my people. Like, that's all I want to say. Like,
Am I able to whisper back, or do you not? Are you just like walking away after you say that?
I'm there with you. Like, you can if you want to. I'm trying not to make conversation because it's so quiet and I'm scared.
Like, everyone?
A lot of them. And then can I head over to the table where Deva is? Deva, you said?
Yeah, you head on over. You see, she is doing
What was her
a
name?
card game. As you get closer, you see the
Yeah, where
purple
she
fungus.
is.
Sorry?
She just said she wants to go to that table. You were fine with
Okay.
continue.
Yeah, you head over. As you get closer, you see the purple fungus kind of
Yeah.
deep embedded into her collarbone and working up her neck into her jaw. Her hazel eyes that you remember always being so warm and kind and loving, just cold and iced over as she kind of flips through a deck of cards, laying them in front of each person. There are about 3 people at the table, and there are a few seats still available if you wish to sit.
Do you want to play this?
I feel like you're leading, so at this point, I'm just like, okay, like this table is either calling to you or like there's one of the important people from your druid circle here. So I'm just like, okay. So I just like pull up a seat and sit down.
Okay.
All right. Deva, or what remains, looks at you and smiles, though the smile doesn't reach her eyes. It's clearly very forced. Do you wish to play?
Is it her that speaks?
Yep.
Is she the dealer?
Yep.
I feel like Navora's probably like just in awe, so I'm like, yeah,
Frozen.
let's pull up.
All right. She begins to deal. So for this game, you need 4d6.
Are we
with-
both playing?
Mhm.
Are we both playing?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So you need 4d6. You're gonna roll all 4 of them and drop the lowest one, or drop whichever one you want. The goal is to get the highest number.
Without going over, or
Nope, just get the highest number out of everyone out of like 3d6. Atris, because you grabbed the deck of cards from Triss, you have the opportunity to roll a sleight of hand check to see if you can automatically change one of your d6s to a 6. All right.
sounds good.
So she deals you in, explains the rules to you of this medieval fantasy card game. That there are clearly rules to. Highest wins, and she asks how much would you like to put on the table here?
What's the minimum?
5 gold piece to start.
I think I can cover us for the first hand, and we'll go from there. What do you think, Navora? Is that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Does
That's just staring blankly into this lady's eyes.
as I say that, I feel like I just want to stare at the dealer the whole time. And did she react when I said Navora at all?
Roll an insight check.
27.
No reaction.
Okay. I like pull out 10 gold pieces and put them on the table, one for her, one for me, one round.
All right. Alrighty. before we do this, David, can you roll an intelligence saving throw for me, please? Ten. Zan, what's your spell save DC? I think it's 18 now.
18 is my passive wisdom. My spell
Oh.
save DC is 15.
Okay, did you add the +1 bonus from your glaive? Okay, cool. David, you're very confused as to why you're trapped in this pocket. And you don't really want to be in this pocket. Okay. So, David, Idris, you begin to kind of feel your pocket moving slightly. And I will have you guys roll your d6s for me. All right. Atris, would you like to replace any of your dice? All right. Okay. Atris, what'd you get?
I got 17.
Okay.
6, 6, and 5.
Damn. Navora, what did you
Same.
get?
Exact same thing.
You guys beat the house. You see Deva, the dealer. She simply nods and places 10 gold in front of both you or places an additional 5 gold in front of Atris and Navora. You see that she reaches under the table and pulls out a bag. She opens it up, and Atris, with your thieving ability, you kind of glance inside and you see that there are 50 gold inside this pouch. Would you like to make a counteroffer? Keep playing? The cards seem to be in your favor.
I feel like, so I want to do 2 things at once here. I want to, can you tell me specifically where Daven is?
David, at this point, you feel he is beginning to crawl up along your neck, sort of thing.
Okay, so
How's it
I feel
going?
like I'm gonna you know how you would take a house spider and put a piece of paper so he would crawl onto the paper? I want to just put my fingers there so he kind of crawls onto my fingers.
Ooh, how do we do?
And just kind of slip it back into try to slip him back down into the breast pocket.
Ah, fine. Damn it.
All
I trusted you.
all the while just looking back. You said there's 50 gold pieces in there?
Yep. She's basically asking if you want to match or go higher in order to keep playing.
Yeah, I want to. I'll match for both of us.
Okay, so you're putting 100 gold on the table?
Yes, and so I'm gonna put that on the table. I feel like I'm gonna reach down a little bit, into my pouch, grab the, try to dig out the gold that I need, and at the same time talk into the pocket as whisper, as stealthily as I can, and say, "Just relax. It's okay. You know where you are. You're home." Dude, it works so perfectly because on my screen you're right below me.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. On the street I am too. That's great. Nice.
Yeah. Roll a stealth check for me, please. And David, just keeping in mind that you had an intelligence saving throw of 10, I will let you decide whether or not Spider David will stay in the pocket.
Wait, I don't roll again. I'm just 10 forever.
Well, for now.
Okay. Can I peek my head out of the pocket? Not leaving, so it's not technically breaking the rule. I just want to see what's going on,
Atris, what'd you get on your stealth check?
18.
18. Yeah, you're good. She doesn't appear to notice.
Okay, then I just after doing that, I slap the money on the table. So
All right.
currently I'm down 100, right?
Yep.
Okay. As she is like about to start dealing, I want to lean in and whisper to Atris as best I can, and just be like, "This was who I referred to as my mother." Just still in like complete like awe, like.
Do you wish to do this stealthily?
Yes.
Roll a stealth check.
Waiting for the like just mental break where she's just like, "You don't fucking remember me," just like blows cover immediately.
18.
18. Okay.
I'm ready to. Don't worry.
So yeah, Atris, Navora leans over and tells you that that's her adopted mom.
Whatever side she's on, like if she's on my left or depending on whatever side, whatever. I just want to like reach a hand down and kind of just like grab her thigh and just like squeeze. Just she knows I hurt her, but like this is not the time. Like we have to be focused. As bad as it is, I want her to know that like I'm here, but also like we have a task.
All right.
I would just, yeah.
Roll your d6s.
I don't want to reroll.
Okay. Atris, what'd you get?
18.
Jesus.
I swear to God. So one fell off. I re-rolled it again. It came up as a 4, but my other 3 were 6s.
Nice. Navora.
I got 10.
Okay. And the house got 14. So you see the house grab the money that was in front of, you see Deva grab, like kind of slide all the money that was in front of her. And the additional 100 that you placed on the table, she slides all of it in front of you. So you are currently up 55 gold compared to what you were. All right. And she kind of grins, though still it doesn't meet her eyes. It's eerie. It's very like, just very fake. Would you like to go again? The cards, you keep on winning.
It seems like you're out of money.
She reaches underneath and puts 100 gold on the table.
I match that. I like for both of us again. I think that we're fine still.
All right. Roll d6s.
So I just want to make sure the
Intelligence
math.
saving throw.
13.
13.
Sorry, I was muted. I think temporarily I'm only down 145, right?
Yeah.
200 minus 55, yeah.
With a 13, I mean, yeah, this pocket's comfortable. You get to see what's going on. I'll let you decide what you do from there.
I wanna talk to Atris. Don't fuck this up.
In various clicking, you hear "Don't fuck this up."
Yeah.
I really wanted you to be like, I can break these cuffs.
You can't break those cuffs.
I would like to use the sleight of hand here.
Alrighty, roll a sleight of hand check for me.
Sleight of hand is an 18.
18. All right. Yeah, Deva doesn't appear to notice. She continues to kind of look at her own cards and place down a few. Atris, what did you get?
I got a 13.
Ooh.
13.
Oh, that's opposite of what I said
Navora?
to do.
5.
5.
Oh,
You see
no.
her place down a 15,
Oh, no.
and she slides the 300 gold to her. Would you like to try and win it back?
Is there unlimited double up rules in this house?
As much money as you're willing to lose.
Perfect. Then the odds are with you. Just keep doubling.
Let's do it.
Okay, well, at this point, I'm scared for my money, so I want my money now.
So
Okay,
she
I'll
has
put some on the
300 that she's
table.
putting on the table. So are you putting down another 300?
Well, she only took total 145 from me, so I want to
No,
match.
there was 300 on the table. There was 100 from her, 100 from you, and another 100 from you from Navora.
Sorry, so my math is I had this much gold, I've now lost this much.
Yeah.
So I'm putting up what I lost, so I only want to put up the 145 at the moment.
Okay.
I'll match that.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have another 10 gold you can throw in to really double it?
Ooh. 5 each.
Sure, I'll throw in for both of us. Sorry, I didn't know if that was to one person or not.
No, it was to both of you.
No, I'll throw in one for myself too. It's fine. So 150.
All right, roll your d6s.
I'm crossing all 8 legs.
Thank you.
Can I use
Dan,
the-
you do see Damon's like kind of spidery eyes poking out of the pocket. You did see that he tried to leave at one point, and Atris got him back down.
How far does like spider speak travel? Like I realize that Atris and Navora are sitting right next to each other. Could I like shout in spider and I assume that wouldn't be loud? If not, I understand completely.
With wild shape, can you speak the language? I feel like it's not. It doesn't.
I'll look it up. You keep going.
Okay.
I'll look it up.
All right. Atris, are you going to use your sleight of hand?
That was a 16 for sleight of hand.
Okay. She doesn't say anything.
$15 total.
Okay. Navora?
14.
You see as she slides the 600 gold over to Atris. As she does that, Atris, you feel a hand get put on your shoulder.
I duck back into the pocket.
I feel a hand go on your shoulder. You look up and you see a pale-skinned tiefling with black ram's horns curled at the side of his head. He's wearing very opulent purple robes, similar to what the dealers are wearing themselves, but finer with more gold ornamentation to them. He grins. Seem to have won quite a lot there, haven't you?
Hey, do you mind, buddy? I'm winning here. Come on, like, find your own. There's plenty of tables.
How would you like to win a whole lot bigger?
You have my attention.
Come with me to the back. The owner has his own private table. Millions can be won there.
So in terms of wild shape, it says, I can't cast spells and your ability to speak or take any action that requires hands is limited to the capabilities of your beast form. So I make the assumption that in this kind of world, spiders can speak to each other because we've established that. So I'm going to say yes, but it is determinate on how much distance there is. So I'll let you determine that.
If you move closer to Atris's body towards the pocket, I will allow it.
Okay. I'm just kind of, now that he seems like he's in a good space, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna watch.
Okay. Would you like the chance to make millions?
Out of character, what the fuck was the plan again? I get this guy's attention.
Yeah, we just need to get
go
into.
in,
We need to get in this room.
Yeah. You go in, and then I can get to you, hopefully.
Okay. All right. So
Or
he
you
asked me
can
that
ask to
question,
bring.
right?
Or you can ask to bring Navor. Well,
I wasn't even gonna do.
Yeah, you can.
I was gonna say. So he asked me if I want to go win big, and I say, "All right, Navora, let's go. Let's go win big. Let's take all his money."
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that plan.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Unfortunately, it's a one invitation, no +1 included.
No, I'm not a +1. We've just been doing very well, and I think you're being very rangerist, and I don't think that's very appropriate.
Roll a persuasion check.
what year is it?
2020?
No, in
Yes,
in the
in this
game.
world, it's 2020.
Is this the tiefling guy?
Yes. I mean, it is a tiefling.
Show your
I don't know
titties.
if it's a duo. Can I just say to him as well? I do have a lot to offer.
Yes, but unfortunately, the main language that the boss speaks is gold. And looking at the comparison between the two of you, there is a preferable option.
This bitch is saying I ain't got money.
Sean, what did you get on your persuasion check?
Okay, so I got a 16, and I also want to say so that conversation has taken place right after I said that. I'm guessing in my mind, and I just jump out and be like, "Oh, so you think you can take advantage of a poor orc?"
Look,
Excuse me.
the half-elf can come, but she can't play. Am I clear?
Fine, she can only watch. I get it. She's used to it.
100% big boy.
What is this session turning into?
Usual.
The usual nonsense. You see Daybug look at the tiefling and seems to pause in her actions, like she was in the middle of shuffling a card deck, but then pauses. You see the tiefling just kind of like, go ahead, and she nods and continues to kind of deal with the cards, going to the other patrons that are playing. The tiefling gestures for you to follow and begins to walk towards the back of the building, down a very long, carpeted hallway. You walk in between several tables, several of these braziers that people are staring into and clearly hoping for something. You walk for what feels like a couple of minutes. Oh, there she is. You walk for a couple of minutes before coming to very large mahogany doors. Standing in front, Navora, you look up and you see two undead ogres standing guard, two massive clubs at either side. They seem to be staring blankly forward. The tiefling looks at them and waves a hand, and you see them both step aside almost mechanically as the one goes over and opens the door.
No, question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the tiefling undead?
Roll an insight check for me with advantage.
– 16.
Oh.
He is undead?
No, he's alive.
Okay, cool.
Would he be the only alive person that we've seen in this casino?
Pretty much. He's the only one that appears to have his own free will that's kind of doing whatever he sort of wants, though you didn't see him when you first walked in. The tiefling kind of bows to Atris and gestures for him to go in. The boss will see you now. Please have a seat, drink lots, and win big. And he nods.
I do the same thing back and walk in.
You walk in to a very tall room. There is no floors to this room. It is clearly just what would be 6 floors high. That is the entire room. It is an incredibly high ceiling, very large room. Apparently a lot of the bulk of this building is in this back room. Along the 2 walls are 2 very well-stocked bars with different kind of bartenders, the same purple fungus up the neck, doing tricks as they make drinks. You see a half-orc server sitting at the bar, kind of not saying anything, just sitting with his hands folded on the bar. You see a half-elf woman, Navora, that you remember from the Druid Circle, wearing kind of more scantily clad clothing, sitting beside the half-orc at the bar, her hands folded in her lap as she looks down. Sitting at the center of this room, at a very large card table, is a heavily obese, pale-skinned man wearing very large, fine purple robes, similar to the ones that his employees are wearing, though there's more kind of red inside. You see a deck of black cards sitting in front of him. As he looks up, his neck kind of jiggling as he moves. And he grins, a sickening grin, the teeth decaying. They're yellow, there's black spots in them. His eyes bloodshot and just pure black. He grins as you guys walk in. Please, have a seat. At the table, there are 5 chairs. 2 on either side, 2 beside them, and the one directly across from him, closest to the door. Which seat would you like to take if you would like to sit?
I think I'm going to take the one directly across from him.
Okay. You see he kind of looks at Navora and he grins. You got quite the arm candy there.
She's won just as much as I have. I'm surprised you're too chicken to let her play.
Reginald knows who to pick for me. He knows how to spot like-minded, interesting individuals. Are you hungry? I have food, I have drink. I have women, I have men. Pick your poison.
I really just wanted to make a joke. You have any other tieflings here? Because
I think he just wants to play. Trying to help you.
I feel like she answered that. So yeah, I'm just going with what she...
Well, if you don't mind, I'll be having a drink. And you see he kind of lifts up his arm and snaps his sausage-like fingers. Immediately, the bartender stops and begins making a very specific drink. You see it kind of smoking from the top. He gives it to the half-elf, who nods and takes it and comes over. She places it in front of him and kisses his cheek gently before going over. You see the man sitting before you just kind of watch her go and just chuckles and looks back at you. Oh. What would make a distinguished man like yourself happy?
All right, out of characters team. I don't know what to ask for.
Just play like you want gold, I'd say.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like,
Before.
I don't really know what else to say.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know.
I just tell Tom Kench that you
My
want
only
gold.
other suggestion was getting Navora to go and try and sleep with him, or like some way to clear the room, so to speak, so that like you guys are kind of alone with him there.
So I did have a question which kind of will go along with that. When we passed by the lone patron at the bar, was that person dead or undead?
The half-orc sitting at the bar? They are all undead in this room, except for the man sitting at the table. And you get the feeling that the man sitting at the bar isn't a patron, but more of a server sort of thing.
So then, this is again to the squad, not to you here. I think what I would do is have her take the attention of that. There's 2 bars, right? One on each side?
Yep.
Yeah, so have her take the attention of the one with that server or that half-orc as well as that bartender. So even if something does go crazy, there's just this boss, the lone bartender that's by himself, and then the 2 over there, so that we at least have some type of spread here. Do you guys agree? Okay. Okay.
Dave, roll an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
7.
You don't like this pocket anymore.
Nope.
You're fucking dumb, Spider.
Fucking over it.
Wait,
Something smells
sorry,
like.
when you're rolling these intelligence saving throws, are you using your stats or a spider's stat?
Oh, mine.
No, you're supposed to be using a spider's.
Okay, so it's even worse than that because my int isn't -4, so I got 3.
Fuck this pocket. You want to be on the table.
I want to be on the table. Okay. I go on the table. Yes.
All right. You head on the table. That is a very big, ugly man.
Yes. This table feels nice. I like that weird green shit that they have on them. Feels good on my little legs. Also, what smells like manure, pineapples, and cabbage?
Roll a
that
stealth check for me. I believe you have a +4 as a spider.
15.
15. Yeah. You are on the table, living your life, man.
Okay, well, there's that big stinky pile on the other end of the table. Is there any flies around him? Do I see any thing I can munch on?
You do, actually.
Okay. I'm gonna sit and think about it, but I know where I'm
Do I
headed
see
next.
him on the table?
You rolled a 15 on your stealth check. What's your passive perception, Atros?
Because
Oh, I don't see shit.
there's a little lip on the table, and I'm right up against that.
I was gonna try to
I
cover
see him go onto the table.
What's your passive?
17.
Yeah, you see him
I've
go
been
on the
caught.
table.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of just lean onto the table and kind of I'm gonna go over and get a drink and kind of lightly grab David and put him with Zan.
I need both of you to roll dex. Okay. Navora, I need you to roll a dex check, and David, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I rolled really well. Fuck. What's my dex as a spider? All right, Meg's looking it up.
21.
Oh, please not a high bonus. Please not a high bonus. Less than 3. Less than 3.
If you got
Pretty sure
high
you have a
stealth,
+4.
Oh.
+2.
Yeah, 20. Soft 20.
Yeah, Navora, you're able to grab the spider, Dave, and you are not happy about it.
I'm not. How fucking dare you?
The green felt, no.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
And yeah, Navora, you're
You're
able
here
to
with
grab
your white
David,
feet.
and you head on over to the bar with the half orc on it. Immediately, the bartender kind of catches the bottle that he flipped, and he looks at you. You recognize it's actually a gnome from your home as well, and he grins and he's like, "I'm looking for ya."
And he's dead? Like he's an undead?
Purple fungus.
Yeah, okay. I asked for water.
I can certainly get that for you. And same thing, he smiles widely, but it doesn't reach the eyes. The eyes are very cold and glassed over.
Do I know his name?
You recognize him as Blip.
Blip? Okay. Cool.
He pours you a water, he puts a couple of ice cubes, and he puts like a little like umbrella in it. And he slides it over to you. Can I get you anything to eat? Can I get you anything else?
No, I'm good. Thank you, Blip.
You see he kind of blinks, but doesn't appear to really have a reaction.
Okay. Cool.
Atris, over at the table. So, you want to pay for cash?
Yeah, I was told that you have millions, so.
You see that he snaps his fingers, and before you, several bags, which you do kind of like a quick calculation, would hold 4 million gold.
That's pretty good, that's pretty good.
4 million gold. How does that sound?
Is that a gift? Because I definitely cannot match that right now.
You don't have to match it, but what's of value to you?
Well, what are you implying? What would you like?
Let's see. I'm a man of many talents, a man of many gifts. I can give you 4 million gold and maybe even a couple of powers on top of it. All I ask for in return is your soul. Now, I know. It sounds like a lot. It sounds like a heavy price to pay. But what is a soul anyways? You don't see it, you don't use it. You really only notice it in the afterlife, and who knows, that could be eons away if you treat me right. So what do you say? 4 million and power for something you won't even know about.
Meg, do you think I mentioned that I can see that there are other undead people here?
Mention it to him.
Yes.
I would inquire as to if they're connected somehow.
I don't know if Just Pill said that for me or for somebody else. I feel like it's gonna be a bad idea, but I feel like
Peter over there.
Atris is like douchey enough to do it. Okay, so he says that, and in reply I would say, does that mean I would be another bartender here?
No. You see, I treat my patrons well. I give them anything that they could possibly ask for. Like 4 million gold at the snap of a finger. These unlucky few, well, they satisfy a hunger. You would be one of the lucky few. One of the lucky few to sit at my table and gamble. Maybe go home with millions? maybe go home without a soul. It's up to you. Hell, I'll even let you take the millions and the powers. It's for your soul, no gambling required.
I have an idea, just like out of character, brainstorming. I still would like to clear the room as much as possible, just because I feel like that'll make things a little bit easier, especially if halfway through we get ambushed with other shit, you know what I mean? So we're not dealing with as many enemies right from the beginning. So could you tell him that you have a counter offer that is even more intriguing, and then ask him to clear the room?
Can you check the message I just sent you? Because it almost certainly pertains to that.
Are you gonna offer up my soul? Cause
I think that would
I'm
be a
not
good
cool with
idea,
that.
actually.
I think it'd be really good, right?
Yeah,
Damn it.
I would try it and use the clearing of the room because of the secrecy of it, maybe?
No.
I'm
What do you
gonna do
say?
it. Okay.
It's a limited time offer.
Can I counter that?
You see he kind of like smirks and leans forward, resting a hand underneath like his jowls. And what could you possibly have to offer?
Well, I don't know if it's obvious, but actually, hold on. I don't say that because I just realized that I'm in orc form. I don't want to do that. That would be really stupid. Instead, I want to say everybody loves information, and I think I have some pretty enticing tidbits that you might like.
Pertaining to what exactly? I have ears everywhere.
Gods.
What about gods?
And I feel like at this point, this is my turn to smirk. And I'm like, I don't think this is, and I look back at the other patrons, with the exception of Navora, or of the other employees. I don't know what they are. Servants. I don't think that it's, I don't think they can know. So I think you're going to have to clear the room first.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
21.
You see he immediately leans back and snaps his fingers. You see you see the servant girl, you see the servant, you see the two bartenders immediately stand up straight and march out of the room as if robotic. They leave the room and the door closes. You hear a as it's locked. Now,
Question.
what about gods?
Question.
Yeah.
Where am I still at the bar?
Yes, you did not leave.
Okay. At that point, as everyone was leaving, can I please come and join at the table?
Yep. Yep, you still have a very angry spider in your hands.
Oh, I've made my way over and I'm like sweet talking Spider David, and we're just kind of flirting, but like as spiders.
Yes, can I hear what that means, please? You made me talk spider, so I need you to talk spider, please. I would know if it's a real spider or not.
Navora.
Yeah.
Both of the spiders are like on Navora right now. Navora,
Yeah, you
just
can't hear
very
us.
faint clicking.
It's getting freaky in here, though.
I want to sit on the other side of this guy if I can.
Okay. Yeah, you absolutely take a seat on the other side.
And I want to kind of get like close to him. Like really distract his mind in a way too. But
Okay.
keep him focused on.
All right. Beatrice. You do see the man just kind of looking at Navora from the corner of his eye, but then looking back at you, but like kind of stealing glances at Navora every now and again. Well,
Sorry, I don't think that I just give information. I think you have to play for it, don't you?
tell me what it pertains to, besides gods. That's a very broad topic.
Our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
One moment, please, please. I have to confer.
Confer with who, Atris? You're alone. You can't speak to Zan right now.
Oh no, it's out of combat, or out of context. Everything, damn it. I don't know if I want to call him out, but I feel like that's probably the best way, right? So
I feel like we're pretty close to combat at this point, so you may as well.
I feel like okay, so I would say this has to do with, I don't know, your siblings?
And which one do you think I am, boy?
I don't know if it matters, but I know that we've killed quite a few of yours.
I knew I'd recognize that one. And he points to Navora. And which one are you?
Oh, I'm not a god. That's so funny of you.
Are you the druid that my late sister had such an infatuation with?
No, he's the one
Are
that
you
misses all the time.
healer? Are you the necromancer? Or are you the rogue? The sneaky little bitch that the traveler created?
I don't know if that's good to talk wise of your brother in that sense, but and like as I'm saying that, saying this, I want to transform into like my normal form, and just kind of smirk at him.
Well, now that I know who I'm truly dealing with, why don't we sweeten the deal? Information. I'll bring it 10,000 gold. And then we can see how we go.
I don't think I need the gold. What I do want is for you to let people from that druidic circle out.
How much do you know about me, Changeling? I'm guessing not a lot.
I think I guessed correctly that you're a god, so you take that with a grain of salt.
I am the keeper. I am the hunger. I take and I take and I take and I am never full. These people around me satiate a degree of want. They feed me. Why would I give away my food?
Like you could afford a little fasting. Job of the Hut.
That's exactly.
Damn it, I wish I had thought of that.
What is this job of the hut of which you speak?
Hey, I'm speaking in Spider, alright?
I mean, fair is fair. A game is a game. If you bet something, I bet something, and
I'll tell you what. Information for information. You're a changeling. You have an inherent love for the traveler. I'll tell you a secret about him if you tell me what you know.
Namor, what was the name of your mom?
Like Deva?
Okay.
Deva?
Information for information. And you give me Deva.
And how do I know that your information is worth what I know and a whole person?
You don't.
Aren't they all dead? Like, won't they just fall over dead if that happens? I don't know. I don't know how it works. That's my theory.
Honey,
know, but
you're
if
a
we have-
necromancer. You could just raise.
If you weren't a spider right now, I would let you roll for it.
I can't pull my cover.
Basically, I'm waiting because I retain my intelligence and my wisdom and stuff like that. So I'm basically waiting for the point in this conversation where I feel like it's about to turn, and that's when I'll take David out of polymorph.
I'll tell you what, Changeling. Deva for the information.
I want to like sit there and contemplate it for a second. No deal. And I like get up and start to push the chair back.
You're walking away from the chance of a lifetime. You're walking away from knowing of all the falsehoods in your life.
I'm sorry, did I misunderstand? Did you just say my information for Deva or information and Deva?
No, it's your information for Deva. He's not giving you any information.
Okay, I just want to make sure that's what I heard. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Don't you want to know about the idol in which you worship? And how it's not all he's cracked up to be?
I mean, I feel like you already kind of know that.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to portray that. You know what I mean? No, I think if you're not going to give me the full deal, then I think that's enough for me to leave.
You see him begin to stand up. He places his hands on the table and kind of leans forward. Nobody walks away from a deal from me.
Okay, I feel like this is the point in which I would assume it's about to go down. Should I take? No? Okay.
You have to have the inciting line from Atris before we pop out.
What was the line?
We haven't heard it yet. We gotta wait a little
Oh,
longer.
he has to whisper to us in Spider? Is that what you're saying?
Or he has to say something cool so that we can go into fights. Like,
Gotcha.
can't.
Oh,
The
Yeah,
last time
yeah.
I tried to say something cool, you all made fun of me. so I
No,
don't
that
think
was
I'm saying
say something corny. You fucking did way too good of a job.
We'll know when you say something.
Yeah, well, yeah. Oh, that was
You're
it.
gonna be sitting there for a while then.
Fine. Information and Deva. For information. And you better make it good.
Okay, so I want to clarify two things here because I'm an idiot. That's the intro. Are we still playing the game to get this information?
No, he's willing to just give
a
you
straight
the
up
it's
trade.
a barter at this point.
So he just wants the information. We're not playing the game. Okay. How about this? As a show of faith, give me Deva. I'll give you the information, and then you give me the other info.
Fine. And you see he snaps his fingers. And as he does that, you hear a shrill scream come from the other room.
I just want to look at Navora to make sure that she's not going to run out the room.
Are you giving me like a "you stayed there, bitch" kind of look, or like?
Yeah, like don't fucking move.
Okay.
Okay. So after hearing the sound and giving her a look and just waiting like a minute and just letting the tension build, I look right back at him, and well, I can tell you that we've killed We've killed the Shadow. Fury's dead. Definitely dead. We made sure of that one. And I like let that hang in the air for a minute.
Oh, mortals. You're always so pathetic. You think so small of the world, you don't think there's anything bigger than yourself. You think that a god couldn't survive decapitation? And it's at this point that you see him begin to grow. You see something sprout from behind him as the robes rip away and two massive skeletal wings sprout from his back. You see he begins to grow taller, his face deforming, growing longer as his chuckle begins to grow more and more deformed as he continues to grow. The purple of his cloak begins to stretch into what appears like scales as before you, with a loud crash breaking the table in front of you, appears a skeletal dragon.
Okay, so he finishes transforming, and then right as he lands, or whatever he does to finish, I look at him and I'm just like, we're about to find out if you're gonna survive it.
That's
And
it.
that's where we're gonna end
Polymorph.
today's session.
Out of polymorph.
Oh.
Out of wild shape. Let's go, bitch.
Nice. That was good. That was good.
Jesus.
But yeah, welcome to the Devil's Casino, guys.
Those card games were cool.
Yeah,
I
that was
enjoyed
fun.
It feels very homey here.
You're not allowed to stay.
Damn it.
I'm excited
that
to
was
fight a
awesome,
skeleton
guys.
dragon.
I hope that our convoluted plan worked in the way that we wanted it to.
It went a lot more straightforward than it needed to.
It turned out very straightforward. There was no seducing the tiefling.
It was just in case we fucked up at gambling that I wanted a
God.
backup plan.
I'm still trying to get over this food poisoning. That's the last thing I wanted to do was try and seduce a tiefling. It's like,
I am not
man,
feeling sexy right now.
I am not in the mood.
No, but that was awesome. I wasn't sure how you guys were gonna go about getting to the Devil's Table, so that was good.
Yeah, I'm glad that we made it there.
I'm glad that we got to clear the room as well. That was something that I didn't really realize was going to be a thing, and I'm glad we figured out a way to do it.
Yeah.
Because, like, people might come in afterwards, but I feel like I'd rather that than starting off with people in the room that might come and attack us. So.
Yeah. But we did end on such a good anime ending, so.
Yeah.
All I'm
I'm ready.
picturing is like Atris like pulling out her sword and like the glasses like going white.
And then,
We're
like,
about to see if you
black bars, like, slide across the screen, and it's just, like, this much of her face.
the ending begins to play. Like,
Yeah. I love it.
I thought the line was going to be something about him still being ugly in this form.
That would have been so good. Damn
Yeah.
it.
I was about to message you, but then you were like, "I've got it," and I'm like, "Okay, I'll let it
Yeah.
be."
I'll show you guys what he looks like.
Hell yeah!
I just pictured like the frog dude off of or like the toad thing off of Space Jam.
Oh,
I understand exactly what you're talking
oh
about.
this is his after transmission.
yeah.
Oh, the after. Okay, that's
Yep.
cool.
That's
I
sick.
like that.
That thing's intimidating.
I had, like, mixtures of, like, Jabba the Hutt, Tom Kench from League of Legends, and
Yeah.
the guy from Seven that is killed for gluttony.
Yep.
All kind of mixed together.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a really fun session. Had a lot of fun. That's going to be where we ended today. Thanks everybody for hanging out.
Big
You
combat
guys-
session next week. Hopefully.
Oh yeah. Hopefully next week
Hopefully.
everyone can be back on Mondays. Everyone have a good night, and we'll see you guys next week.